What's good, y'all? Welcome to the Speak Ya Clout Podcast, and I'm your host, Mike Sayers, and I got my co-host here with me, Tribal Gigolo. How you doing today, son?
Chilling, man.
That's what's up, man. And today, a very special day. Mark 17 years since the Princess of R&B Aaliyah has passed, and growing up, I was a big Aaliyah fan. She's in my top five R&B female vocalists, like along with Mary and fucking Janet Jackson and Neo Soul, but Erica Badu, you know, she's right up there as one of my favorites. And just now I'll save that for the discography breakdown. But there's one album that she has that I just adore to death. Like it's not only one of my favorite R&B albums, it's one of my favorite albums of all time. But we'll get into that. But like we start off every show with the artist. How did you get into Aaliyah, Trevor? Like when did you see her for the first time? When did you discover her? So on and so forth.
For me, it was the first single, the very first one, Back and Forth. Just watching the video on back then when BT had that video sold with Bonnie Simpson and Sherry Carter. And
Yeah.
I remember in 1994, like I had there used to be like a summer tour every year that the company Budweiser would always have, and they would put like a big name artist on this tour. In '94, I went to see R. Kelly was headlining it, and I had it was who else was on that tour? R. Kelly and Warren G. And Aaliyah was supposed to be on that tour, but for whatever reason she wasn't on that tour. And I never got a chance to see her perform like live in concert, but I did get a chance to see her in 1996. Like it was, yes, that's the only time I saw her. But she wasn't performing. Like she was like I had mentioned this before. Like New York City, we had like the only free hip hop show at the time called Hoodstock, and it was supposed to be like the hip hop version of Woodstock. And the mayor at the time, Mayor Giuliani, he gave the free show in Harlem, and me and my young cousin had went. And Aaliyah was there, but she came out to talk to the fans. And she was telling the fans that she was working on More Than a Million, and that's the only time I've seen her. I've never seen her like perform live or whatever, she was cool. She was always cool with the fans and always greeted the fans and signed autographs and took pictures. And that's the type of person that she was. She wasn't stuck up or anything. When the first album dropped, when AJ Nothing But a Number dropped, that was like in heavy rotation for me that summer. Like summer '94, it was that and the first Warren G album, and the Grave Diggers album, and that was my favorite albums. I would bump all summer long, like every day.
Hell yeah.
So that was like my intro to Aaliyah.
My intro to Aaliyah was my cousin Holly. Shout out to her. We're not on good terms now because it's something with a faggot ass boyfriend. Tribro knows that story behind that. But we were close, man. And she was watching the Back and Forth video, and that beat just took me. Boom! I just started loving it, and then I watched that. And this is before I started collecting music. This is in '94. Because me and my cousin, we would put the Sega Genesis on, and we played Shaq Fu and Mortal Kombat 2, and after that, we'll watch videos. And I seen it on BET. I was just blown away. I loved it. And then it wasn't until 1995 when I bought the AJ Number the Number cassette. And from there on, diehard Aaliyah. And I loved her whole steez too. Like I know Mary J kind of started the tomboy shit popping along with TLC and shit, but Aaliyah had it in a different way. Like she was a Tommy Hill figure, the camo and the Timbs. And I loved it. Good dancer too. Love a whole season. Yo, my nigga, like I had pictures in high school copping the same Chanel glasses she would wear.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man. Like my homegirls in high school, they would cop the Chanel glasses that Aaliyah wore, like straighten their hair like Aaliyah and everything, man. Like for real. And she was a superstar, man.
Yes.
And get into her passion later and stuff like that. But starting off with the first album, man. What's your thoughts on AJ Nothing But a Number, 1994?
That is definitely a classic album. I didn't know what to expect. I remember like listening to it for the first time. I didn't even know what to expect because I didn't know nothing about her. You know, we didn't have the internet back then. She just came out of nowhere with this back and forth single that was a big hit at the time, and you know, I was skeptical, naturally, but
Yeah,
I listened to the album. I'm like, yo, this is heat, right? And to top it off, that R. Kelly, he was becoming big with 12 at the time as well, and he did the whole production. I loved it. Yo, I just thought it was banging grooves, and she had like the right mix of tempo track, the right ballads. You know what I'm saying? And it just created like another lane for somebody in R&B other than Mary J. Blige to sing over hip hop beats or whatever. You know, even the videos were nicely done. It wasn't tacky or anything. She wasn't showing skin. I think she barely showed her face. She was very shy at the time, and she always covered her whole face. She always would have like one eye she would show. You know what I'm saying? And that was because she was shy at the time, so she didn't really show her face back then like that. You
yeah,
know, and yeah, back and forth. I love that song and the title track is for the number and down with the click it has like a nice reggae, vibe to it. You know, what else? Young Nation, love that song. Old School, At Your Best, which is like it's a cover. That's a cover of a Isley Brothers song, right?
yeah. That's a cover of Isley, but she'll do two Isley Brothers songs too in her career.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Yeah, At Your Best, and even there's a remix for it too. Like when she did the video with R. Kelly, like the remix version, that's banging also. You know,
yeah.
I love the whole album. Like this was definitely I was definitely playing this every day when it came out in '94, and I still play to this day, and every time I play, it brings me back to that time in summer '94. I remember I had bought an Aaliyah T-shirt too because um I remember I was somewhere I saw like there was like a little shop that was selling like hip hop T-shirts, and
Yeah,
I had bought an Aaliyah. It was like all black, and it had like it was like purple and yellow, and it had like Aaliyah's face, like the face of the album cover on the front of it. And my girlfriend at the time, my girlfriend Marilyn at the time, she loved that. Like that was like the one thing that she always remembered about me. That when we first started talking, I had on the Aaliyah T-shirt, and I met her, and that also has like some sentimental value to me. So
oh
you
hell
know,
yeah.
yeah, man. So it's definitely a classic album, and when we do that R&B album list, I'm gonna have to put this on here.
Oh yeah, no doubt. It deserves a spot. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah,
so,
yeah. So for me, I love this album. It's not my favorite Aaliyah album,
right.
but it's definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Out the gate with the intro, then you get to throw your hands up, love that shit.
yes,
Back and forth is just an amazing song. This song about timeless music.
yes,
Timeless music. You play your Nicki Minaj song, they ain't gonna be remembered 25 years from now. It's
right,
not. It's audio sewage, disposable music. This is that real
yes,
music. You're old enough to know. Try like my family.
mhm,
Black family.
right,
This was a barbecue song. Yo,
mhm,
this was played at all the barbecues. I remember that shit. You know what I
right,
mean?
definitely.
To jam out to that, the barbecue we used to have in
Mhm.
the '90s and stuff
Me
like that,
too.
in '94.
Yep.
And fire song, I love that song. The
Yeah.
title track, "Ain't Nothing But a Number," real big. I love
Yes.
that song too.
Yes.
Um, and probably my favorite song on the album is the title track. Love that. Then
Yes.
down with the click, like you said, like reggae feel to it.
Mhm.
That's fucking great.
Yep.
Young Nation is one of the standouts too.
Yes.
Back and forth remix at the end. It's okay, but I like the original better.
I agree.
Real street look to it with the bandana, the sunglasses,
Right.
everything about that album. Like Leah in '94 was something new, and
Yes.
you know, just she was young. She was 15. You know what I
Right.
mean? And you just saw her. You're like, she's gonna be a superstar, man. And I wish fate didn't have its way because she could have been bigger than what she is. You know what I mean? She ended up being, but
Right.
1994, Agent Number, the number, very solid album. You
I
know?
want to I want to ask you like is it me or is it kind of creepy like looking at the album cover and seeing R. Kelly like lurking in in the background? That never
Yeah,
bothered you?
yeah,
Like after, like in hindsight, like, you don't think about it when it first dropped, but in hindsight, like after everything had happened, and you look back at the cover, like he was lurking in the background like a pedophile. You know what I'm saying?
facts, yo. I don't know how old Kels was at that time, but that's
He had to
pathetic.
be he had to be in his early 30s, I think, around that
Yeah,
time.
I can't
Like
believe
late 20s.
a 15-year-old, my nigga. Like,
Yeah.
how could you, sir? Like, I don't like that about Kels.
Right. And you know what's crazy? I remember when that story came out. Like, there was when Vibe magazine, when Quincy Jones first started Vibe magazine, and
Yeah,
I used to when I was still buying like the hip hop publications like the Source magazine and Vibe magazine. There was an issue. It was one of the early issues of that of '94 when they covered that whole the marriage, and they actually had the like the documents. They had the marriage license in the issue, and that's what made people like really believe like, yo, like they really got married, and then he tried to cover it up or whatever, you know. And I just
yeah,
thought it
man.
was I never heard nothing like that. I just thought it was weird, like, she's a teenage singer and he's a grown ass man. Why are you like messing with the artist, and then she's underage at that. So I just thought it was weird.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. And I
Yeah,
love R. Kelly too. R. Kelly, like right after like Prince and Mike, it's him for me.
right,
You know? But I can't rock with his personal choices.
right.
Yeah, I don't
I
like
love
that.
I still think to this day that he has something to do with her not being on that tour with them in '94.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I just felt like, she was promoted the whole time to be on this tour, and she was on that tour. And I felt like it has something to do with that whole marriage situation, you know?
that's crazy. Marry a 15-year-old man. Jesus Christ. And I guess he took the album title
Right.
seriously.
Yes, for
You
real.
know?
You know what I'm saying? It all has something like they I know like they people within the label that promoted that album, they might know there's something else going on, but they never came out and spoke about it.
Yeah,
Have your first album that title, and then the whole speculation of her being with R. Kelly, like it's something fishy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy shit, man.
Okay.
But now we get to my favorite Aaliyah album.
Mm,
Hands down, 1996, One in a Million. I remember getting this shit after school, fucking on cassette.
yeah.
Just love this album.
Mm,
Love this album. The title track, One in a Million, that was big. That beat is fucking crazy.
oh yeah.
That beat is crazy. My uncle,
Mm,
he's an amazing dancer as well.
right.
He grew up popping and all that shit, and he
Right.
pops to that song beautifully.
Right.
That shit is, I gotta record that shit one day. It is fire.
Okay.
Yeah. And that beat is crazy. Like Timbo, man. Timberland, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
This takes me back to my uncle chilling and popping to that shit at the barbecue or whatever we used to have
Right.
back in the summer of '96. And yeah, man, love that song. If Your Girl Only Knew was everywhere.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That was everywhere. Love that song too.
Yeah.
Definitely a song. Full Page Letter, beautiful
Right.
song. Love that song.
Yeah.
Another standout is Heartbroken. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Everyone been heartbroken before. You know, I have more than once, and
Right.
it's a shitty feeling. It's fucking terrible, but
Right.
it's something to go through. It humbles you and it teaches you a fucking lesson.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I don't give a fuck about being single.
Right.
It's shit like that, you know.
Right. I feel
So that's some real shit that she speaks on there.
it. Mm-hmm.
Ladies in the House, real funky shit. Missy on there, Timberland. Um, love the album. It's my favorite album, man. It's one of the greatest albums of all time.
Yes.
It's my favorite Aaliyah album, man. Masterpiece. I give it 5 mics straight like
Yes.
that. Like I love this shit. Um,
Yes.
what's your thought on One in a Million, man? 1996.
I loved it. Like right. I remember watching. on the, I think it was an Aaliyah documentary on it was like the unsung of Aaliyah or something. It was an Aaliyah documentary that they talked about like the transition from like the label like forcing her to like not work with R. Kelly after that whole fiasco, and then bringing in new people for her to work with like Missy Elliott. And Missy Elliott at the time, she was was a big songwriter. She wrote hits for Gina Thompson and for SWV, and at that time she didn't know if she wanted to be an artist or not. Like she was just doing it for for the love of her her songwriting ability. And I think it was Puffy that talked her into becoming like a full fledged artist or whatever. And they brought in Timberland, and we didn't know Timberland at that time. Like Timberland was like a protege of Devontae from Jodeci, and I didn't know what to expect when I was listening to the second album. So when I finally listened to it, it was like this was better than the first one.
Yes.
And like the crazy pattern, the beat patterns that Tim had for like One in a Million, and for like Hot Like Fire, like his production was like nothing I ever heard before. And even now, it's like he's still a standout production. And I love like I remember the video for If Your Girl Only Knew. I think she had Little Kim in that. She made a cameo in that video,
Yeah.
and that was and people talked about that song like was she talking about R. Kelly in that song? Who was she talking about? Like there was always rumors about that song. Like who did she make it about? Was it about anybody personally? I thought that was a great first single, and then to have like four that'll come right after that, and One in a Million, and Hot Like Fire remix. I loved it, yo. Like that the whole album was sonically great. It still stands, you know, that's the time to this day. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that was a great sophomore, album for her, and she really solidified herself to me with that album. Like if she didn't come out with nothing else after that, I still would feel like like she's a Hall of Fame right here. You know?
I agree.
Yeah, and I just love the production. Really is what makes the album. Like she always had a beautiful voice, but like Timbaland's production is like some of his finest, production in his career.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you
Love One in
know.
a Million.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? And I yeah, I would like you, like when you said like the about the cookouts, I remember like my family always used to have cookouts every summer, for like July 4th or Memorial Day weekend or Labor Day weekend, and I would play a lot of those Aaliyah tracks. Cause I would be
Yes.
the one DJing a lot of the cookouts. So I would be, playing like I was playing hip hop. I was playing some Wu or playing Mace or whatever. Then I would play some R&B. I would play Aaliyah, Changing Faces, artists like that. And I can't remember how many times I played a lot of Aaliyah stuff at those cookouts.
Hell yeah, man. Great
Yeah.
feeling. Great
Yes.
feeling.
Yeah.
You know, great feeling, man. And yeah, man. So she takes a break. She does Romeo Must Die,
Right.
uh, Doctor Doolittle. You know
Yes.
that song's fire, man.
Yeah, man.
Love that video too.
I remember that shit was everywhere. That Are
Yeah,
You That Somebody?
are you that
That
somebody? Yes,
there's no radio station, no car or passing by in New York City that you did not hear that song. It was everywhere.
everywhere,
I mean,
everywhere.
yes, I love that song. That's like one of
uh,
one of the finest songs ever.
Timbo body. That's Jesus
Hell,
Christ.
hell yeah.
I love it. And this is what I want to talk about too. Like I told you this off air,
Right.
but I remember watching that video. I'm a big Aaliyah fan. Even back
Right.
then, I was watching the video, and my ghetto ass cousins and my aunt was like, "Oh, she got no body. Look at her skinny ass, bony ass, or whatever." Right?
Right.
And as soon as she passed away, oh Aaliyah, that's so fucking fake. Y'all didn't like Aaliyah. Shut the fuck up.
Man.
You know, that
Right.
really rubbed me the wrong way. And that is a great song. And then Try Again,
Oh yeah.
the
Yes.
soundtrack, that was huge.
Love
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yes.
And I was thinking to myself like, yo, when is she gonna drop a new album? You know what I mean? And it was, I think it was July of 2001. She
Right.
dropped the self-titled album, and this is my second favorite Aaliyah album, man. I need to get this in my collection as
Definitely.
as a physical because, and one in a million
Yeah.
because they're not. Her uncle was like, he owns all the rights. He don't want this shit out, so
Right.
it's not on it's not on Spotify. It's on Apple Music. It's not on iTunes. It's nowhere to be found. Now
Wow.
you gotta download the shit to do it, and that's even hard to find.
Yeah.
YouTube it,
Yeah.
I guess, if they have it.
Yeah.
But I want a physical copy of both those motherfuckers, and I'm gonna get them.
Yeah.
And rock the boat, man. That's the first single I heard.
Right.
I think it was "We Need a Resolution." Probably that's
Right.
the first one. I can't
That was
remember.
the first single.
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember that's what I talked about. Like shorties in my school,
Right.
she had the motherfucking those Chanel sunglasses on. They was buying the same shit.
Right.
You know,
Right.
trying to look like a
Uh-huh.
Leah. They were fine as fuck too. You know,
Definitely.
but that was a bang. I love that song. And then "Rock the Boat."
Right.
Aaliyah telling you how to work that pussy. You know what I mean?
Right. That
Dance
was
positions
different.
and all that. Yeah, man. I
Yeah.
love that song.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great, great song, man. Great single. I Care for You. Beautiful shit.
Yes.
Um, I Can Be. What
Mm-hmm.
If?
Yes.
You Got Nerve. Amazing album. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
4 to 5 mics, I would give it.
Yeah.
Great. This would be her last work. You know, unfortunately, we'll get to what happened and where you
Right.
was at that time frame. But what's your thoughts on the self-titled album, 2001? Try.
I want to touch on the Romeo Must Die movie.
Oh, get to that. Then
I
we'll go it out.
I remember going to see that, and that was a great movie, yo. Like, I know people have like their complaints about it or whatever, but I feel like Aaliyah sang that for him,
Yeah,
and it was different. It was different to see like Aaliyah on the big screen at that time, and then working with Jet Li, and I was like, yo, like, how is this gonna go? You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't disappointed. I thought it was a good little film, and then like the joints he had from the soundtrack, like Try Again and Back in One Piece, and with DMX, I thought that was so great, yo. Like, it was a different side of it that we haven't heard, and you know, I love those songs, man. Like those, that was a great movie back in the '90s, and I love the soundtrack. And when All You That Somebody came out, it was like, yo, like that shit was everywhere, yo. That was the number one. It had to be like the number one song of '98.
yeah, man.
And you couldn't escape it. It was everywhere. Like the video they played like every 5 minutes. It was on the radio. People was playing it from their cars. It was everywhere. Like you could not escape that song.
You
You
couldn't
know.
know it. It was everywhere.
I love like the dancing she does with the dancers and with other the choreographers in the video, and she's wearing
Yes.
like the evening dress and all that, and I thought that was so nice. So that was dope. And then Timbaland, he added his little raps on it, and that was cool, man. Like, it was definitely like real bouncy. You can still bump it now, you know. And when she came out with the last album, it was like, yo, like this was it. I remember We Need a Resolution. I love that song. I like the video. It's real dark and sexy at the same time. Um, Rock the Boat, like that was like her last video, but she actually came out with, I think Rock the Boat was the second single, and she came out with More Than a Woman. I love
Yeah,
that song.
on fire. Yeah.
That's like one of my favorites. You know what I mean? And you know, just that whole album, like the last album was another solid album. I'm like yo, it was like real depressing how everything happened and shit. You know, but solid album. I remember like yo, the day that it happened, the night it happened, I went out somewhere and I came home, and then I was online, and I think I was in like an AOL chat room or something. People started saying like R&B singer died, so you know who it was. I remember actually people started saying it was Whitney Houston. I was like, no, Whitney's not dead. It's not Whitney, right? So
Yeah.
I turned on CNN, and I don't even know. It wasn't Wolf Blitzer at the time. It was. some other white dude was on there, and he was saying a plane went down with some R&B singer, but they wasn't saying who it was. And then later on, they started coming that it was Aaliyah. I was like, oh shit. I'm like that can't be true. And I just felt like, man, it was like real depressed. I was real depressed about that. It was real sad news because every time I hear about, you know, an artist or a celebrity dying, it always takes me back to when I heard about Biggie dying and Pac dying, and I felt like that when I heard that Aaliyah passed away, and you know, and then just to see, like, I remember they actually showed the funeral on TV. Did you see the funeral?
Yep, I seen
Yeah,
that shit.
they actually showed that, and I was like, well, I was glad that they showed it for the fans. I'm like, but why they never did that for the other artists that passed away? Like, we could have saw, you know, when Biggie passed. I mean, they didn't show Biggie's funeral, but they showed when like the cars went through the street or whatever. But it was real sad to see that, you know, with the horse and carriage and her coffin in there and everything, and that was real sad. I remember seeing Genuine's face, and he was heartbroken and missing, and it was a real like sad time for R&B, and I felt like there was a void after he passed away. Like, I don't think even now that of any female has filled. Like, I never saw Ciara as the next Aaliyah. I never saw Beyonce as the next Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
I feel like there's a void that Aaliyah left that won't be replaced. You know, because she was nice. She wasn't. I mean, other than the R. Kelly thing, she kept her private life like real private. Like, I didn't even know she was messing with Dame Dash until like after she passed away. I heard about that.
same.
Like, she kept her private life real private. It's not like now in this day and age in 2018 when you have like all you hear about who's going with this one or what they doing on social media. We didn't have none of that back then. So it was like you didn't know who was dating or who she was sleeping with or whatever. Because, you know what I'm saying? And people didn't care at that time. Even after the whole R. Kelly fiasco, was like people on music. They didn't care about who was dead. You know what I'm saying? It was really sad that the way that everything happened, and it's always that whole saying about good die young. That's really true. It's always the good ones that die. You know what I mean? And
Fact.
I don't feel like I don't feel like no female R&B artist has filled that void yet, and they may never fill that void. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love B. I'm not a big Beyonce fan. I I think she is talented at what she's doing. She's a great artist, and you know I feel like she's overrated at times. Like, she does get too much hype, but
Yeah,
I don't think Beyonce like she's the void to feed Aaliyah, or to take Aaliyah's spot. I don't feel like that. I think Aaliyah was in a class by herself. You know what I'm saying?
Beyonce can't touch Aaliyah at
Yeah,
all.
you know what I'm saying. I mean, a lot of people will disagree with that. There's a lot of Beyonce fans. She have her Beehive and all that. I respect Beyonce, and I like Beyonce songs. I like a couple of her albums. I plan on buying a couple of her albums too, but I don't think she's Aaliyah. I think Aaliyah is her own lane. You know what I'm
I'm not
saying?
a Beyonce fan at all. I'm just not.
Right. And there's been other I've heard, or like, over the years, and especially in the 2000s, over the years I've heard different people make comments about Ciara or this one and that one trying to be a lead. I'm like, I don't see Ciara ever as a lead. I think if anything, Ciara was trying to be too much like a young Janet Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But um Aaliyah just had her own lane. Like, she was just her own person, and her personality shined and her artistry shined, and that's what keep people cared about. They didn't care about who she was dating or who she was going with. You know what I'm saying?
from
That
young
that, that to
to
me still don't matter. I still don't look at like who artists are going with and all that. I don't care about what they do in their personal life. I care about the music at the end of the day.
so do I. I don't give a fuck with none of that.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just a shame, like a good person like that is no longer here. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, and it's heartbroken. It's like, it's like having like a family member that you think that for all the time, when they gone, and it really hurt people when she passed away. I'm saying I could really see her being a movie star too. Like, I went to see Queen of the Damned just because of that, because that was her last film, and she did her thing in that movie. Like she was the villain and everything. She played a Kasha, the vampire, and I loved it. I had to get it on DVD, and I was like, yo, like this is a good movie, man. I don't care what they say. Like people trashed it because it wasn't like Interview with the Vampire, whatever. But I loved it, you know. And I would have supported Aaliyah in anything she did. So
Yeah, same here, man. Like how I learned of her passing. I remember I was out with my boy Ray,
right,
summer 2001, August 25th, 2001.
yeah,
A month after the album came out. You know what I mean?
right,
Uh, smoke, we did blunt ride, smoking with him or whatever.
mhm,
I come home. I live with my grandparents at this time,
yeah,
and I get a phone call. My girlfriend Maria at the time, she calls me and tells me Aaliyah passed away. I was like, no, she had a computer and all that.
right,
I have it in there. So I was like, what the fuck? And I put on the news, and it said it was like Sunday. It was on a Sunday, I believe.
right,
And I was like, wow. I was fucking crushed.
yeah,
And where I felt when Big Pun died the year prior, Pac and Big and all that shit it was crushing, man. And there ain't no other female can fuck with her. You know what I mean? Like not even Alicia Keys. I love Alicia Keys. Some albums.
right,
No one like after Leah. Like there's no one I can really say. Oh, they're better. You know,
right,
none.
right.
Um, she whenever you're replaced, and it's sad that she passed away at 22 years old, man.
Crazy,
That's far too young, bro.
real.
And she'll hold a legacy that will live forever. You know what I mean? Like there's one thing that made me smile. Way back, I remember this on like BET. I was watching the Jay-Z "Sun Cry" video,
Right.
and Dame Dash got the airbrush Aaliyah shirt
Yes, I
in
remember
that
that.
video. Yeah,
Yes.
man, I was like, that shit's fire.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be in Matrix 2 as well, man. You hear about
Yeah.
that?
Yes, that's true because there was when before that came out, there was like I remember they were doing promotion for it and they talked about like she was originally signed to do the Matrix like Reloaded and Revolutions and unfortunately she passed away and they ended up replacing her with Memorial Day's daughter, Nona Gay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but she was signed on to do that or like already, like the contract was signed, everything. And it just
yeah,
everything didn't happen like that. But I would actually like to see that movie too, the Matrix Reloaded. You know, I
yeah.
I I think if she was in it, I think she would have been a main like character, and she would have made those two sequels good.
I agree.
You know what I'm
I
saying? Because
agree.
the action was good, but the story sucked in those sequels, and they still never explained exactly what the Matrix was. And I think if she was in it, it would have changed a whole lot.
Facts,
You know? Yeah.
man. I want to touch on this because this made me absolutely sick.
Uh,
The Aaliyah biopic.
right.
Oh my God.
I remember that.
Wendell Williams, fuck you. In 2015,
Yeah.
the Aaliyah movie came on Lifetime, and it was fucking atrocious.
Yes.
Bitch that played her looks nothing like Aaliyah. R.
Crazy.
Kelly, dude, nothing like R. Kelly. Terrible movie.
Yes.
Did you see it?
No, I tried to watch it, and I was like, the people that they picked to play the roles, I'm like, it's not them, yo. It didn't feel like a real official biopic. And I remember going online and Timbaland was pissed, yo. Like he was calling them out, calling out like there was one on Lifetime, the Lifetime network or whatever.
Yeah,
He was calling everybody out. Lifetime, the cast and crew, it was terrible, yo. And I was like, this is not an Aaliyah biopic. We need an official Aaliyah biopic. You know what I'm
they
saying?
do.
Whether they put it out for in the theaters or they put it on Netflix or they do like a three night event like BT did for New Edition. We need a proper Aaliyah biopic. You know what I'm saying? and
Yeah,
and it has to be done right. It can't be no Lifetime movie, yo. That was a slap in the face to her memory.
it was, man.
I didn't like that at all, man. I didn't even watch the whole thing. I just couldn't. It was terrible.
Yeah, I watched it unfortunately, and I fucking hated every minute of it.
Like I remember like a couple weeks ago. I remember like online and seeing like somebody had posted a clip of Dame Dash talking on I think it was the real daytime talk show, and this is like a couple years ago. He talked about, like how when he was with Aaliyah that um he warned Aaliyah not to go on that plane. He offered to have her in the film crew use his jet. You know what I'm saying, to go back, and she didn't want to. And he talked about like he felt like weird. He felt like bad about not forcing her to use his jet instead of that plane that she went on or whatever.
Yeah, that plane was all fucked up. I think it was like it was too.
Yeah,
It wasn't big enough for everything in the
right.
plane or some shit like
Like
that.
the weight of the video equipment and stuff is what caused it to go down too. I mean, there's many different factors that played into it, but like they said the weight of like the video equipment and stuff, it was like too heavy, whatever, and it just went down and it burned into flames and everything, and it was just sad, you know.
That is really sad, man. Because
You know
that
what I mean?
plane was destroyed.
Yes, it was. It's crazy, and I just you hate to hear shit like that, like the way that I mean, 'cause you don't know if she suffered it through the crash or if she died instantly. It's just like it's horrific just to hear. You know what I mean?
It really is, man. And I'm trying to hold back tears, man.
Right.
Fuck it, man. That's just sad, man.
And then on top of that, the world is still grieving for Aaliyah. And then like what, like 2 weeks later, we 9/11 happens.
Yeah, 9/11. That was fucking crazy.
Like yo, it's like back to back, and it's like what the fuck? Like what is going on with these planes? You know
I know.
that really put me off from flying for a couple of years, yo. Like I didn't want to get on the plane at all for nothing.
I don't
You know what I'm
blame
saying?
you, bro.
Yeah, what it was for. Like I was like, yo, I'm not going on the plane for a long, long time, and that's what happened. I didn't get on the plane for like a couple years, yo.
I don't
Because it's going through that whole 9/11 thing, and then right before seeing like one of your favorite R&B artists die in the plane is like I just was like, fuck it, I'm never gonna fly ever again.
And that's so sad when you said we don't know if she suffered or if she died instantly. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a fucked up
You
thought to have, man.
and you just wonder like if she decided to use Dame Dash's plane, if she would still be here. You know what I mean? I think if she was here now, she would have been bigger than life, yo. She would have been a big movie star. She probably would have won an Oscar already. She would have had like another, great album, and she probably would have been, maybe she had her own label and signed other R&B acts to come out. I just felt like damn, like all that potential, and accomplished a lot, even in her short time here. You know what I'm saying?
So sad, man. So sad.
Definitely. There's never gonna be another like Aaliyah.
Never. Huge shout out to Triborough for messaging me about this.
Yeah,
I had to do it. I was already bumping her anyway to celebrate her, so I said, "Fuck it,
yeah.
let's do it, yo. Let's do it big for Aaliyah."
It's only right. I mean, we don't have to just cover, you know, deceased hip hop artists. We can cover rock artists. We can cover jazz artists, R&B artists. And any artist that means something to us. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like Aaliyah meant a lot to everybody. So it was only
Yes.
right.
No one else is gonna do that shit for her.
Exactly. It's like they kind of
You
forgot about her. I feel like people forgot about her once Beyonce, went solo and became a big megastar. And people
Yeah.
forget before Beyonce and before Shantae and Ciara, there was Aaliyah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And she was just as big as Mary J. So she was on her way on becoming just as big as Mariah Carey. You know,
She was.
definitely.
And I'm personally not a Mariah Carey fan. I like one or two songs, but
Right. See,
Aaliyah for me.
I love Mariah. On the side note, I love Mariah. I feel like the thing that brought down Mariah's career was the constant hip hop collaborations. I think she's been there, she's done that already. She don't need to do that no more because she has a beautiful voice. Mariah needs to get back to doing ballads.
Yeah.
That's what people know her for. They know her for Vision of Love. They know her for Make It Happen. They know her for One Sweet Day. Those are the type of songs she needs to be doing now. She don't need to do no more collaborations. Or like, I mean, it's like every few years with Mariah's career, she waited for like the hottest, hip hop artist to come out and do a song with her. It was Nelly or Mystical or Bone Thugs and Harmony. She don't need to do that no more. She's already like proven that you can do hip hop collabs. You even gotten an award for it. You know what I'm saying?
I
Now
love that breakdown with Bone.
I love that song. Love it.
Yeah.
Classic. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Mariah has to go back to doing Mariah. She has to go back to doing the type of music that people love, fell in love with her for in the first place. And I don't think she's done that for the last couple of albums.
Yeah, I never will buy a Mariah album. I never will listen to one fully all the way through. I can't do it.
Right.
I just
Yeah.
can't do it.
Yeah. But she's a great singer. Definitely a
Oh yeah.
legend, a Hall of Famer. And I feel like Aaliyah was if Aaliyah was still alive, she would have been on that level of Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, rest in peace. Those divas, those legendary, beautiful female singers of R&B that we all are losing.
Facts, yo. And a big RIP goes out to the original Ghetto Boys member, DJ Ready Red.
Right.
Passed away yesterday. I just want to say that on the show. Huge Ghetto Boys fan.
Yeah.
So
Rest in peace.
yeah, happy DJ Ready Red.
It's like we're losing all of our legends. Like we have to cherish them when they still breathing and alive. Don't wait till they drop dead to go out and get their albums on Amazon and all that. Like cherish them now. Play their shit now when they still alive and they can appreciate it.
Yes, give them their flowers. Let them smell the flowers. No,
Right.
give them that flowers, but they still can smell them. I love that little analogy right there. You
Yes.
know?
I agree. I heard Killer Tapes actually say that one time when he was on here.
Yeah, I was saying that shit
Yeah.
way before, man. I was been saying that to let niggas know.
Yeah.
Get them their flowers, but they can
Yeah.
smell them now when they're fucking gone, B, because
Exactly.
life's too short for the bullshit. And I hate the bandwagoners, too. Like, y'all niggas know you want
Right.
bumping Prince and shit like that before you pass. Like, come on, man.
I told you I looked on Amazon a couple of days ago. We was something we was talking about, and I think like Steven was on it. He mentioned Aaliyah, and I looked online, and on Amazon the one in a million album is $90, yo.
Yes, that's
$90. I'm like, what the fuck, yo? I've never seen that in my life.
I know. Well, I have, but not with that album.
Right.
And then luckily, I found a copy of that and the subtitle for good money.
Right.
Hopefully, they're still there.
Yeah.
You know.
I was like, yo, and I have to get that on physical. I got to get her last album on physical copy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But for $90, like, what are they doing?
that's crazy.
Is that all because her uncle doesn't want like her stuff being out there or what?
Yeah, they stopped producing them.
Wow,
It's not on no streaming services as well.
that's crazy.
Ain't nothing but a number. You don't own the rights to that though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what I mean? And even after she passed, I love the tribute that Jay-Z did. We Missed You tribute. And it was like a whole bunch of artists on that song.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, I forgot who else was. I think Missy was. They had a video too. I know Missy was in it, and Jay-Z was on the song. It was like a whole bunch of different artists.
I'm gonna watch that tonight. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen that. You know, and it was just like the whole world. They were grieving. They felt for this young female that came into our lives in 1994, and she blessed us with great. R&B, and to me, I don't think there will never be another. I think he's one in a million, just like our album says, and
Oh man,
you know what I mean. And that's just how I always felt. There will always be a special place in my heart for her.
that was beautiful. I'm gonna fucking cry in this fucking
Uh,
show, son. I'm not joking, man.
she
Jesus
is truly
Christ.
one in a million. She is truly one in a million. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. She lived up to her album title. You know what I mean.
Hell yeah, man.
You know, for
Big
real.
fan. Like I was fucking what? No. Yeah,
Mm,
I was 10 when I bought the cassette.
yeah.
I didn't remember the number, but I was like 9 when I heard it, and
Uh,
I was fucking 15 when she passed. So that's a long time listening to Aaliyah,
right.
and
That
still
that's so that's part of your teenager. So you will always remember that as a teenager.
always. Oh, like I said, like I remember my homegirl saying, "Ooh, I want to get the glasses just like Aaliyah and shit," and then they did. The
Yes.
Chanel glasses, man, and oh, she was special. She was
Right.
special, man.
I was like in New York, a lot of females like dress like her, like especially when she started doing like the Tommy Hill commercials, and she was wearing
Yeah,
the Tommy Hill boxes and with the jeans real sagging real low, and she had like the Tommy top on, like a lot of females dressed like her when that
yeah,
you know. And she made it cool. She made it sexy to wear Timbs with the baggy jeans and the leather vest and the shades. You know what I mean? Like a lot of females like had her style and they straightened their hair. And everything, you know?
yeah,
That's the impact that she had. Like like we talked about Jim Jones the other night. Like the impact he had in fashion and rap. And Aaliyah had her impact in fashion when it came to R&B.
definitely did.
You know what I mean? For real, man. Like
It's a great episode.
yeah, that's a legend.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we can get into that after now if you want.
Yeah,
If you got time, we can answer
yeah.
some questions if you want. But I love Aaliyah, always will. Like I fucking almost literally broken into tears twice on the show. You know, real
Yeah,
shit. 'Cause
yeah,
I'm passionate about my music, man, and with the artists that I grew up with.
yeah. I don't blame you. I don't
Yeah,
blame you.
man.
We all can relate to that because even recently, like when Prince passed away, like my mom broke down. You know what I'm saying? Like she
Oh,
was
so
like,
did I. I'm
oh,
not gonna lie.
you know what I'm saying? And she was, I didn't know what happened, and she was in tears when they had it on CNN, and when Michael passed away, it was crazy, and for me it was like Pac when Pac passed away, and Biggie, and waking up to when Punk passed away and Left Eye, was like all of these legendary artists is like they all died tragically, and they'll never be replaced. You know what I'm saying? And it's always like another part of your heart you feel is ripped out when they pass away.
That's so true.
It's
That's
like it's
so
like I
true.
don't have no more heart left. You know what I'm saying? It's like who else can die next? You know what I'm saying?
Between my beloved wrestlers
Mm.
and the musicians that I love, it's fucking crazy. It's too much.
And I know it's probably more for you because you listen to a lot of rock, and a lot of rock legends have passed away.
Facts.
You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? So it's 10 times probably worse for you than it is for me.
Oh yeah, because I had Ronnie James Dio die. My favorite metal vocalist of all time.
Right.
Dimebag Darrell getting murdered on the stage. Like, come the fuck on. It's way too much.
Yeah. Even people that are like grown up, even people that I heard about, like the way that John Lennon passed away, like he got shot, and I was like he John Lennon meant a lot to a lot of people across the world, like back in those times, and just it's just like the way that some of these artists die is like, damn, yo,
Yeah, man. It's real
just had to
fucking
sit
sad.
there. Yeah, you know what I mean. And like Kurt Cobain, I remember when he passed away, and you know I wasn't even listening to Nirvana back then, but many decades later, like that, like years later, like now I understand the impact that he had to a lot of people.
I'm a big Kurt Cobain fan. I wasn't listening to music that heavy when he passed,
Right.
but I got into Nirvana in 1995, and diehard Nirvana fan.
Yeah. You know,
But it too.
and then when Chester passed away, it was like, damn, man. And I followed Linkin Park from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I followed them from, the Hybrid Theory album. So when he passed away, I was like, no, like him too. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like he got. It's like I'm like, why are these artists taking their own lives? There's something going on with them that the music can't help them. I thought music was supposed to be therapy for people.
For real, yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, that was music is my therapy. That was my therapy when my grandmother passed away. When I was 14 years old and being a freshman in high school and I lost my grandmother, that was my like he was the world for me. And when she passed away, music was my therapy. I didn't go talk to no shrink. I wasn't doing that shit. I didn't go talk to no psychiatrist or nobody. Like music was just me and my music. And
That's
a lot of those
hard.
that's why like I hold the 90s era, so close and dear to me because a lot of those albums, a lot of those songs that came out during the 90s, that's what helped me get through it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I didn't have that music, I don't know what the fuck I would have did.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And these artists, they're like to some people, they're not just artists. They're almost like family that you feel like you know. When you pass away like Ali or Kurt Cobain or John Lennon, it bothers you. He's gonna get to you. Like Michael Jackson, like the music started for me. Music started. That was my introduction to music was the Thriller album because I was in that era.
Yeah.
I listened to music when I was little, and when that Thriller album just dropped, that was my introduction to music. It was Michael Jackson. So when he passed away, it was like naturally I did feel like feel depressed and feel because like my favorite artist of all time is dead and gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we do what we do here because we take music seriously. It's not like a hobby for us.
It's not.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not. It's our
Music is a
entertainment.
part, yeah, music is a part of our lives, and it all affects us in, in in deep ways. You know what I'm saying? So like these artists when they pass away, is like it's gonna hurt.
ODB hurt too. That hurt
Yeah,
bad.
yes,
You
even
know.
him. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, sometimes like the way I felt about Pac, I feel like it hurt, but the type of I don't want to say hate, but the type of like you know bad energy and negative energy he had around him, you kind of almost like expected that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because like at least that's how I felt. I felt like he was living that thug life, and I felt like as sooner or later he was gonna die by a bullet or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's
The
sad to say,
drugs and all that shit too.
yeah,
ODB.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? And ODB, I remember seeing ODB live in concert. He was wild. He was living a wild. He was living a wild lifestyle. He was always drunk and high. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you kind of expected him to crash and burn at some point. You don't ever want to see that with anybody, especially like an artist that you hold dear to your heart. You don't want to see them crash and burn and not be here ever again. But like some of them, you kind of expected that to happen.
For real, man.
But,
Unfortunately.
yeah, unfortunately, but not when it comes to Aaliyah. Like that
That
was something
was a shock.
I never, huh?
That was a shock.
Yeah, I never expected to hear that. I never expected to hear that news on CNN that night, and to hear that it was her, like of anybody. Like that's just so sad. You know what
It
I'm
was
saying?
in the morning for me.
Yeah,
And I know it was. It wasn't the morning, but like afternoon time.
right. And it's just like that shouldn't be the way that anybody leave this planet. You know what I'm saying? And that's always gonna hurt.
Definitely, man.
You know.
see what we got here. Yo, Tribe, bro, you right about what you said about the music industry out here destroying artists like Michael Jackson, Rob
Mm-hmm.
from Milli Vanilli. Now, fuck Milli Vanilli, Ivan. Terrible.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
they
I know
lip
they
sync.
died of that. I know that, Ivan. I know that.
Yeah, one of them died, right?
Yeah, one of the niggas died.
Yeah. I think it was the dark scene one. I forgot which one is who.
Not even their fucking music. Why should I feel bad for that?
Yeah. They
Got it.
they they lip. I remember when they lip synced and they got a Grammy for lip syncing.
Gary, you know it's true ass niggas.
Yeah. And that was a big hit. They had hit songs, but it wasn't them. You know, that would be like tomorrow if you wake up and you heard about, there's already speculation about Drake not writing his rhymes, but what if you woke up tomorrow and you heard about that was not Drake's voice on none of his music, like that was somebody else rhyming. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of betrayal that people felt for Milli Vanilli back then.
So, hey, yo, who's in? Hey, yo, KD, you in the building? If you are, speak up. I need him to do me a favor. There's a lot of trolls coming in here now. You know what that is, though. So,
We love the haters. We love the haters. You
yeah.
know. Where do you rank Aaliyah, like as far as like of all time, like of like legendary R&B like divas. I don't want to say divas. That's like of R&B female R&B singers. Where do you rank Aaliyah at?
I rank Aaliyah top five,
Really?
really, because
Wow.
I'm not
Mhm.
big on everyone else,
Right.
and I'm being respectful. I'm not a Aretha Franklin fan,
Right.
but I do respect the contributions, of course.
Right.
I'm not a Tina Turner fan.
Right.
You know, I'm not a Whitney Houston fan.
Yeah.
You know, but so Mary J, Aaliyah, Janet.
Uh,
That's me. Erica Badu, neo soul, but that's me too.
right.
You know.
Right. See that's always like a like no matter how you answer that, you're gonna like people gonna be pissed off because you didn't mention this one and that one. And
Yeah, but
for
that's
me,
my
like
opinion.
I totally get what you're saying because like, see, I didn't like even though like growing up with my mom and she played a lot of soul music, a lot of R&B, but I don't know a lot of Aretha Franklin stuff and Tina Marie. Like I know certain songs it is, but not all their albums. And for me, it like in my era, the 80s and the 90s, like, Jodie Watley was a big when she left Shalimar and she went solo, like she had like a lot of when she went solo. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least early on in her solo career, you know what I'm saying? Like the latter end was different, but like
Yeah,
she was big back then, in the 80s, and you had Janet with Control and she was doing her thing, and Whitney had just started, and when you get to like the 90s, it was Mariah coming out for the first time and Mary and everybody else after that. And so it's like I think my list would probably be a little bit different
yeah,
I was around for the beginning of Whitney's career and Mariah and Mary, you know what I'm saying, and Monica, Brandy, people like that. But I like you, like yeah, I can respect what the contributions that Aretha Franklin did and Tina Marie, Stephanie Mills and Diana Ross, those legendary artists, Gladys Knight, you know what I mean? But I wasn't around for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like and my mom had all of those records, but it's like she played those joints like once in the blue. She didn't always play it. It was like it was like at the time it was like whatever was hot, coming out, that's what we would play. And that's what we would buy, you know what I'm saying? But she had all those records, man. I grew up with all that stuff around me, you know.
no doubt, no doubt.
But I'm not gonna be like some know-it-all and say, well, I know all the Aretha Franklin stuff, I know all the Tina Turner stuff. The only Tina Turner album I'm familiar with is Private Dancer album because that came out during the 80s. My mom was like she was a big Tina Turner fan, and that she bumped that album a lot, in the house. So I know that album, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know all the Tina Turner stuff and everybody else like that. You know, my list will be different to everybody else. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I respect that, but my mind is already made up. I'm not a fan of them artists, but I do respect those
Right.
artists, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, yeah.
And
Aaliyah definitely would be on my list. Definitely like in the top 10.
of course, for me anyway, top five for me.
Yeah.
One in a Million alone is like I love that album. Not just one of my favorite R&B albums.
Right.
One of my favorite albums. Period.
Right.
Right. So, Sean says, Mike, you always keep it real, no filter, respect. Of course.
Yeah.
Donna Summer, I don't like Donna Summer. I fucking hate disco. So
I like my mom is a big Donna Summer fan. I like a couple of her songs. Like I said, like I don't know Donna Summer albums like from front to back, but I know like a lot of her hit singles because my mom played it a lot in the house.
yeah,
Okay. But I will eventually at some point listen to those albums. Especially now that we're doing like different episodes. Like I have to. It's like I have to listen to those albums. So
no doubt, no
you know,
doubt.
yeah.
Sweet says, dope breakdown. Thanks, bro.
Thanks, man.
We had to do it, man. Shout out to Tribal, which I did.
It just came to me like, yo, we have to do something for Aaliyah because it's only right.
Only right, yeah. Hell yeah.
We don't do enough R&B stuff anyway. Like I know we've done a lot of hip hop stuff. I feel like we have to we have to cover other stuff now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's some must episodes that we have to cover regarding hip hop, but we love other genres of music, so we have to talk about other artists and music that we love.
Oh
Like
yeah. That Jodeci one was dope too. We did Jodeci.
yes,
Yeah.
you know we have to cover like other artists and stuff and other genres. You know,
Chon says, are we gonna do a Michael Jackson episode? Fuck yes.
for sure.
Michael Jackson is one of my favorite artists of all time. So
That should be soon, or like sooner than later. Like, cause if I'm not mistaken, Michael's birthday is what, next week?
yeah, I believe so.
It's coming up, so we definitely should do that like for his birthday or whatever.
Hmm.
That is my favorite artist of all time in any genre, hands down. I think he's an icon. He's a legend. If it wasn't for Michael, I don't know how music would be like. I feel like that's the biggest void, the any void that we lost. Him and
Yeah.
Prince. I always say that. Growing up for me, like in comic books, we have Superman and Wonder Woman. That's the Holy Trinity. Well, I look at Michael, Prince, and Madonna as the Holy Trinity for music. You know what I'm saying? Like they were my icons and my legends growing up in the '80s, and that's who. If I ever want to be an artist, I would want to be like them. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I definitely I have like all of Michael's stuff, and my mom was a big. My mom saw Michael when he was with the Jackson Five. When they were younger, she went to the concert and all that. She was a big Jackson Five fan back then. You know what I'm saying? My introduction to Michael is when he went solo. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't around for the Jackson 5 era, but I was around for the Thriller era. And that will always be my favorite artist of all time.
Yeah, I want to start off with Off the Wall.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I want,
definitely, definitely.
I want to do Ben and all that shit. I want to do that.
Yeah. I'll mention it because I have those albums and I have those records and I remember you know
Yeah,
I remember seeing that movie about the mouse and shit. You
yeah
know
fuck
what I
off.
mean? But you know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? But yeah, I will mention those, but yeah, definitely Off the Wall. I mean, because you know what's crazy with that? I've seen in like the last few years that people, even on bad TV, I've seen like him mention about how he feel like Off the Wall is better than Thriller. I never felt that way.
I can understand though, cause I fucking adore Off the Wall, man. That shit is a fucking thing.
Off the Wall was a great disco album for the end of disco, but I never felt like it was better than Thriller. I feel like Thriller is the like you know how people have, like Illmatic is like the blueprint album for rap. I feel like Thriller is the blueprint album for R&B.
Yeah, and then Off the Wall had the disco elements.
Right.
I fucking hate disco, but it wasn't all disco. It was a funk to it too.
Yeah. I agree.
So I love that album. Fucking love
Yeah,
that album.
definitely. You know what I'm
Johnny
saying?
Gill. Nah, I'm the fucking Johnny Gill episode. Only time I like Johnny Gill was in New Edition. That's it.
But Johnny Gill was a great artist in his own right before he joined New Edition. Like when he was on
I'm,
his own
I'm not a fan.
solo, when he was on his own solo, I remember seeing a documentary for him, and like when he was on his own solo wise, he was great, and then he hooked up with Stacey Lattisaw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And they did some great songs together, and you know he was already an established artist before he came to New Edition. People felt like when he came to New Edition, he was that's when his solo career started. That's not what happened. He was already a great solo artist before he joined New Edition. You know
not
what
a
I'm saying?
fan. He does nothing for me. You know.
You know, and I didn't know who he was like until he joined New Edition for the Any Heartbreak album, and then when he came out with My and Farewell to Friend, and then I went back and I listened to his early stuff, but he was already an established artist before he joined that group, and he's still a great singer to this day. I've seen him live in concert. He's a great singer. He don't need New Edition. New Edition need him.
I got these young niggas that were not even born when Joe Levert was popping, telling me I can't hear on Joe Levert. Shut the fuck
Joe
up.
Levert, another good singer. It's sad that he passed away. He was great. My mom was a huge fan of Levert.
Yeah,
He was a
Joe Levert.
the OJs, a huge fan of Eddie Levert, and she out of anybody that I know took his death to heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like Gerald Levert, of course I'm a fan of. I love Gerald Levert, man. You know.
Right. Yeah, he's a legend too, man. People don't mention him. You know that first LSG album was classic, yo.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in no mood for stupid ass people in the chat. If y'all know what the fuck we were dealing with, I ain't
Right.
gonna mention shit.
Yeah, they know.
But
They know at this point.
you know, I'm not in no mood.
They know at this point. We ignoring all that, man. You know what I'm saying? This is more important than what we talking about.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like all even like now, like R&B is not what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's a bunch of bullshit.
yeah, a lot of our legends are gone, and there's no void to fill, and we're left with the shit that's out now.
Auto tune, audio sewage.
Yeah, it's very few real R&B singers.
Very few.
I personally, as far as like new era R&B singers, I love Frank Ocean. I think what he does is amazing. I think he still has that real R&B element to his music. I love The Weeknd, even though he's not all R&B. I'm saying, but like a lot of
James, check out Jameson.
oh yeah, you kept telling me about this Jameson guy. I gotta. You have any links for his albums and shit?
Yeah, man, I'll hook you up.
Yeah, I gotta listen to him because you kept mentioning him to me. I never heard of him.
Yeah, he's amazing.
But a lot of these other cats that came out around that time, I can't listen to Party Niggas though. I don't think he can sing. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a Weekend ripoff.
Never heard.
I don't know what's the hype of. He gets a lot of hype and he has a huge following. I don't get it because I've tried to listen to him. I don't think he can sing. I think people are more infatuated with his name than his singing.
Jameson song is sweet, sweet. That song is amazing.
I'm not a SZA fan. I don't think she can sing either. I think, I don't know. Like I grew up on real R&B, man. Like real people that can blow. Like I can't listen to people that sing with auto tune or people that's like singing mindless bullshit.
I hate it.
You know what I'm saying?
The last great R&B song that I heard that hit my soul was Bobby Valentino's "Slow Down."
Mm-hmm.
Other
Great
than like
song.
and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
I love that song.
Yeah, man. Let's say the
He he
oh five.
he came from an R&B group. He can sing. I don't like, some of the choices these R&B artists make. It was like it didn't help them, man. I didn't care for some of his albums and shit. But he definitely could
Anderson
sing.
.Paak is incredible too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandon for bringing him up. I love Anderson .Paak.
Yes. Great artist. Great hit. Malibu album is a modern day classic.
It is
Great album.
motherfucking Room in Here with Game. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Silicon Valley.
Yes.
Love that.
hmm The song he did with what's his name Schoolboy Q.
Oh hell yeah, that too on that Blank Face,
Yeah.
which is a modern day classic too. I love Blank Face. I like Schoolboy better than Kendrick,
Right.
and I do love Kendrick.
Yeah. True. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, Anderson .Paak is a good artist, man. I fuck with him.
Neo, I like some Neo songs. John,
Right. I think Neo's a better songwriter than artist, though.
yeah, I agree.
Like Babyface. Like Babyface is a wonderful songwriter, but his own shit I don't really care for.
Yeah, Neo got some songs I like When You're Mad and all that.
Oh
But
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not album wise. I can't see he has a Stone Cold classic.
Right. Yeah, Babyface too. Like that. Like Babyface has some songs I like, but I don't care for like his albums like that.
I'm with you. Mario, no, Mario's that pussy shit.
Mario's a good singer, but I don't he like again he don't have no album that's a classic.
Braid my hair and shit. Fuck that shit. I was listening to Dipset, Two Block, and Tuna at that time. I was like, fuck this dude.
Right. You know. There's like you can't be mad at what Eric Benet said. I mean, I agree with him to a point. Like there is a dearth of there's no R&B no more. Like real R&B. Like where's Maxwell? Where's Donald Jones? Where's Jaheim? Where's Case? You know what I'm saying? Like these are the people that gave real R&B during the '90s. Deborah Cox. Where is she at?
Yeah, man.
You
Just
know what I'm
like
saying?
that art.
So, but I also feel like you can't blame Ed Sheeran, you can't blame Sam Smith and Adele for what is going on with Black R&B. It's like I don't look at it as a color thing. I just feel like they're on top because they can sing just as great as our Black R&B artists. And
Oh, don't
yeah,
say that.
you don't feel like Adele can sing as great as Mary J. Blige?
Fuck no.
I do.
She
I
can
feel like Adele can sing just as huh?
she can sing, but no way in hell.
I think Adele can huh?
You feel Mary's pain though.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, it's different. Like, I think like yeah, like when you hear like Aretha Franklin, when you hear Whitney Houston, when you hear Mary J. Blige, you can feel their pain, maybe more than you could feel the pain of Adele. But a love song is a love song. So I don't see color when you hear like hello.
I
I don't hear like anybody could like Mary can sing hello and would just be as powerful as Adele singing it.
for me Adele, she does not for me.
Right.
I would never buy no Adele album. I never listen to a fucking Adele album. Fuck no. It
Right.
has nothing to do with color.
Right.
Just don't like I don't like Ed Sheeran. I don't like that Sam Smith faggot. You know, it is just terrible, overproduced bullshit.
Right.
You know,
Right. I love those artists. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they're filling the void that our black artists are not
oh
around
come,
to do. I'm not, I'm like, look, I'm saying as a music fan, I I always love Ed Sheeran from the moment he came out with the 18 and now with the
on.
with, and now with the Division album. I know what you're gonna say. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like music to me is music. I don't look at, there's no color barrier, nothing. So like
Oh, I
when
just see what just I see.
like the part I agree with Eric Benet saying that they do get more publicity. I do agree with him on that. You know what I'm saying? Sam Smith and Adele and Ed Sheeran, they do get more publicity, but at the same time, it's like where are our black R&B singers? They're nowhere to be found. So when there's no voice to be filled, and you have an Ed Sheeran or a Sam Smith out there all the time, you can't blame them for what's happening with R&B because it's not their fault. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
Like overseas, they are have been there's been in the past couple of years, there's been a lot of overseas artists to come out and sing R&B that are great. Jessie Ware is one of them. I feel like Jessie Ware is an underrated singer, and she doesn't get a lot of publicity like Sam Smith or Ed Sheeran. And I've listened to her albums and she can sing. She has
yeah,
good music. I feel like she's on the level of a Mary J. Blige, but I feel like she's a good singer. You know, Ali Murs, I think he's a good singer, and he's from overseas. There's a lot of them, and they've come over. You know, Estelle. I've always liked Estelle stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like you can blame. I don't feel like it's on them. I feel like if you want to compete, it's a competition. If you want to compete, you have to bring out your best shit. And a lot of the artists from the '90s, like Donald Jones and Maxwell, they're not always out there often.
yeah. But
You know what I'm saying? So the record labels are going to see that and be like, okay, but we're going to come out with this person. You know what I mean?
and like you said, I don't see color either.
Right,
Jameson, a white boy,
right,
he incredible.
right,
He got soul
like,
in it. He'll smoke Justin Timberlake. He'll smoke all these niggas. My personal
right,
opinion.
right. And if I liked them, I would say I would feel the same way. I like Justin Timberlake when he went solo. Love his stuff solo. I never listened to his stuff when he was in sync. You
Nah,
know, I love
fact
his
shit.
solo. I think he's a great solo artist. You know, and I don't understand the hate that he gets because when he first came out solo, he wasn't getting this type of hate.
Yeah, I just don't like him personally. I don't like him as a person either.
I could understand. I mean, if people are hating on him for what he said about Prince, I can understand that because
That's
I feel
me.
like when you hear that is a slap in the face to a legend like Prince.
Yeah, fuck
You know
him.
what I'm saying? That I can understand. But if they just hate on him because he's white and he's doing black music, then I think it's stupid.
I just don't like dude. Period.
Right,
No, that's my
right,
personal opinion.
right.
But
How do you feel about Robin Thicke?
I like him better.
Like right, okay,
I think he can sing his ass off.
right,
I would never
great
buy a
one,
Robin,
right,
but I think he can sing.
right. I have his first one. I have his first solo album.
And that
Like
song "Shooter" with retarded.
yeah,
Love that.
yeah. He's a good singer, and he does. I feel like Robin Thicke doesn't get as much publicity as Justin Timberlake or as Sam Smith, and he's white, and he doesn't get that publicity. So I don't feel
Yeah.
like it's a. I feel like I have to disagree with Eric Benet when he says shit like that.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? You know, even like back in the day, if you want to go back to like Lisa Stansfield, she was a great R&B singer. She wasn't from this country; she was from overseas. You know, Rick Astley, even though he had like one hit that everybody knows, but he was a good talented singer for a white boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like it's I think it's all based on the label, like how much the label invests in that artist. Like you know what I mean? They're not gonna just because you're white don't mean like you're gonna automatically go platinum. You know, John B is a great singer and he's white, but he only had like what like maybe two multi-platinum albums. His
He'll
other stuff,
smoke JT in my opinion.
he's a great singer.
I
He's a
love
great
him.
producer. You know,
You're my angel. Fire.
but he wasn't. You know, when he came out, he wasn't on top. He wasn't on top. He wasn't like they wasn't putting a lot of promotion into John B like that, like how they do with Justin or Sam Smith. You know what I'm
Well, he
saying?
should be because he's better.
Because people, yeah, but people felt some type of way that he was, low key. They felt some type of way because he was white and he was killing it in R&B.
Which is stupid as
You know?
fuck.
But you had other artists that was promoted more than him. R. Kelly was promoted more than John B. You know,
I like R. Kelly.
Maxwell was promoted more than John B.
Maxwell's Urban hang out suite or some shit like that.
Urban Hangout Suite, yeah,
Yeah, I love that.
classic man. You know what I'm saying? So is that whole thing about being a white artist, and it doesn't matter if you're a white artist. Like, there's
No,
a lot of white artists that don't get promoted.
I don't think Caucasian artists like it don't matter. I just don't like it because it's garbage.
Right,
My opinion.
right.
I don't hear no one I like.
I feel you.
Cause Jameson is fucking white. He's incredible, yo.
I'm definitely gonna check him out.
Brandon said John B is Puerto Rican. What?
No, he's not. He's not Puerto Rican. He's white.
I doubt he's Puerto Rican, Brandon.
His father, I believe, when I was like reading his background, his father was like a music professor at UCLA or something like that. Well,
Yeah.
one of those was out in California. His father was like a music professor. He looks Puerto Rican because like the way that he cut his hair, back then he had like a low fade or whatever. He's not Puerto Rican.
Yeah. I never heard of Kendrick and the Family Soul, Michael C. Nah, brother.
What you say?
Kendrick and the Family Soul. I never heard of them.
Oh yeah, that's their R&B. My mom listens to them. Kindred. I think it's a husband and wife duo. Then, like Coffee Brown. Coffee Brown was a husband and wife duo also before they broke up.
You like the Brothers Johnson?
I know of them. Like my mom's got their vinyl. I've heard some of these songs. I don't know like their albums like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know of them. Brothers Johnson, BT Express. I know those. I know of those groups.
They're this light skinned nigga with braids I was a big fan of back in the day. Life Jennings.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember him.
He was dope.
He was on Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, what?
Yeah, like I want to say last year or year before last. Yeah, he was on Love and Hip Hop.
And then Jay Holiday.
Jay Holiday, I remember him. The bed song.
Yeah. She was a piece of shit, but my ex Amanda loved fucking the music. Like she loved having sex to music. We fucked to that Sony song.
What?
That and Suffocate. Yeah, Suffocate. A beautiful love song. That's '07.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, making love to music is great.
Yeah.
Nice, sweet, sensual, wet pussy. Something that bitch niggas on the chat never had. Not the fans of the chat. I mean these corny niggas that are throwing this. But yeah, making love is a beautiful thing.
Right. Definitely.
Well, Raheem Devon. Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah. I like his
Donald
stuff.
Jones. I love Donald Jones.
He's underrated and he doesn't get a lot of publicity on Brian Devon. He had like a ton of R&B mixtapes that came out and got no publicity at all.
Word.
Yeah, he's a good singer. I remember that song he did with a Ghostface, that baby song on the Ghost Beanie album.
Love that album.
He had like two songs. He had Baby and he had Do It Again or something like that, or Do Over or some shit.
Fucking Stapleton Sex.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yes.
Love that song.
No, that whole album was dope. Like just like who can do something like that? Only Ghost can do an R&B album like that and make it fly.
I'm telling you, man, Dennis Coles might be my favorite rapper of all time. I don't know, man. He's up there.
Yeah.
I know Biggie is, but
Yeah, I was
like you
about
said,
to
on
say,
Pac and who is it? Pac and Nas for you?
yes.
Ghostface and Big for me, probably. Yeah, but back and forth.
All in my top five. Big, J, M, Nas, Pac, they're all in my top five.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was about to say, I was like, if there's any other artist I could think of that can do an R&B album like that, it would be Biggie. Because Biggie did a lot of R&B remixes. So
Low key, Biggie could. I don't know, man. I see that nigga in the parking lot singing Jodeci girl. He killed that shit.
yes,
He sound good, man.
definitely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony Hamilton's dope, man.
Yes. Great
Sean
singer.
said.
No
John
promotion.
Legend. Not a big fan of John Legend, man.
John Legend's a good singer too. He gets a lot of
he can.
people. He's just as big as Sam Smith. He's a black artist, so he might be the only one that's really doing it right now. That's a black artist that gets promotion like Sam Smith do.
Yeah.
But he has a huge white following, so.
Oh, he does. 'Cause I don't know. I would never buy a John Legend album, man.
Right.
Or I never considered one either.
Yeah. But he has some. I like his early albums, like the first one when he had I used to love you and what's the other song? Forgot the other song, but yeah, the early stuff that Kanye did for him, you know, and he did Heaven, the Heaven song. I love that song, and I like his
Love
early
that.
albums that Kanye produced.
2020 Tony, hell yeah.
Yes, great soul and
Gotta be
R&B
sick.
group. We need them to reunite and come out with a new album. It's been too long. You know, like I love Raphael Sadiq as a solo artist. He has some good
And
albums.
I'm a producer.
Yes, definitely. It's time for them to come back and come out with something new.
Did you like the best of both worlds line 1 and 2, Sean Cash?
The what?
The best of both worlds, 1 and 2.
I like Paul. I like the first one. I didn't. The second one, I didn't care for. I like maybe one or two songs on there, but I felt like it was they were trying to save face after the first one, and the promotion was bad, and it was just bad time, and the sex tape that came out for R. Kelly, and
I'll be honest.
mm.
I don't remember nothing about the second one.
The second one, I remember I believe there was a song on there with Foxy Brown. I believe she was on one of those songs, and at the time when that one came out, there was Baby was planning on doing a whole album with R. Kelly, but it never happened.
Oh God, that'd be terrible.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Birdman and R. Kelly, but like it never. I don't know if the album got shelved or what, but it never came out.
I love that song on Best of Both Worlds 1 when Jay's like, I think I might wife,
Uh huh.
caught up blue rocker with his suit, white Nike. That's his fire. I think Rock Your Body or some shit like that.
Shake Your Body.
Shake Your Body, that joint.
Yeah, and he had Honey. He had what was the Green Light? He had a lot of. I had the bootleg, and the bootleg had like it was crazy joints in there, man. You know,
People hate on it. I like that shit.
you know, that was a good album. They just didn't promote it though. You know, it was good for what it was.
Jagged Edge, I love Jagged Edge.
Great R&B group. Loved
Yes.
it. Walked out of heaven.
Fire.
Promise. He don't love you. Let's get married. That's like the all time marriage anthem.
A lot of those songs you can dedicate to your bitch, man.
Oh yeah, great group, man.
You're gonna hate it when y'all break up. You gotta hear that shit.
But yeah, right?
I
You'll be
bet that.
singing. You'll be singing. Let's get married in the beginning.
Yeah, man.
You know,
112, yes. Yes. Thank you, Sean.
great
That
group.
first album, the white cover,
Yes,
love that shit. Pe-
they remind me if like they remind me of a hip hop version of New Edition.
Word, man.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
man, I'll
saying?
say that.
Yeah, definitely. Like all we had with '90s had like the best R&B group. Definitely like 112 and Jagged Edge. Boyz II Men, Jodeci. Like we had that was the era of like R&B groups like SWV, TLC. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Changing Faces. Great groups back then, man. 702.
AZ yet? Who's that?
As Yet.
As yet. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I remember a couple of their songs. As Yet. That's real like grown folk music right there. As Yet and Brownstone. You know.
Joe Hill, hell yeah. First album.
Yes. They
And I
recently
love
got to. Well,
I love Cisco's solo album.
yeah, that was good. That was dope.
I don't like Thong Song, but I like Incomplete and shit like that.
But that's like the only song they promoted off of there was that thong song.
I know.
So it kind of like turn people off. Like, what is this the only hit off of that album?
Facts.
You
Keith
know what I
Sweat?
mean?
Nah, man. Keith Sweat's a fucking
Like,
simp.
Keith Sweat had great music, man. That's a legend.
You
You know
can
what I'm
fuck to
saying?
his music, but it's still I don't I listen to a nigga begging for pussy, man. And not
That
only
was
that, like it just put me off. It put me off of his music because my mom played him so much.
That was his thing though. He's the beggar. You have to beg. Sometimes you gotta beg for some puss.
Yeah, you got fuck begging, man.
He was the beggar. Like I grew up on Keith Sweat. You know, I won her. I won her, and you know, making.
You may be young, but you're ready. That shit.
I on Keith Sweat, man. That's a legend, yo.
Oh, cool. I fuck with Keisha. I'm just joking, but I cannot. I will never buy an album or get deep into him though. But I do like some music,
You got it. You got to at least get the greatest hits.
some shit like that. Yeah.
The greatest hits.
Montel Jordan.
Yeah. Montel Jordan. I saw Montel Jordan in concert, yo. Great.
Nah, not a big fan. I hate his fucking voice.
I loved his albums, man. Great album.
Yeah.
Great.
I never heard. I can't judge him. I never heard an album. So
Yeah, loved it, man. It was great.
yeah, we already brought up Gerald Levert, KRD. Already brought him up.
Great singer, another legend. That's what music is missing. There's no Joe Levert around.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, son.
great
That
singers,
Prince
man.
episode is gonna be amazing. I want
Oh
to do
yeah,
that Prince episode because other than hip hop, rock, metal, is a favorite artist of all time,
man. I
easily.
agree. I agree. He's right there for me too. So you
Hell
know,
yeah.
definitely. Montel Jordan is underrated. You know what I'm saying? And he's a great singer. He had some good albums. He has a lot of good hits. You know, yeah.
Princess, how about you? What happened?
I think you would like that song he did with Master P and Silk the Shocker. Let's ride.
You know, I love No Limits, so I got to check this
Yeah,
out.
that's what I'm saying. Like check out that song because that I know you're a big No Limit fan, and that was a
Oh
big
yeah,
hit. That was a big hit.
I probably heard it, don't remember.
Yeah, he is definitely exactly. I think that came out in 97, 98. Oh yeah,
Ron Isley, yes, the Isley Brothers, of course.
yeah. Mr. Biggs,
Oh
legend, man.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like R. Kelly and Puffy like gave him that moniker, that Mr. Biggs character name. So like a lot of he's like a part of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because he,
of
you
course.
know, definitely. I got one of his albums. I forgot which album it is. I got one of his albums as Mr. Biggs, but it came out in like the early 2000s. You know?
That fly shit,
Yeah, man. Yeah, he had
old
the,
ass
the
Kim
cane.
nigga shit.
He was like rocking the cane with the fur and shit on the cover. Yeah, definitely. And you gotta have some Ozzy brothers in there. You know, like Biggie made that Between the Sheets song real popular with Big Papa.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like after Big Papa came out, everybody was sampling that song. You know,
Yep.
definitely, man. You know,
Fuck you want to talk about? Shit.
who's your favorite R&B group?
Bobby Brown, can't sleep on, don't be cruel and stuff. Of course I know. Yeah, of course, man. Love Bobby Brown.
Who's your favorite R&B group?
Group,
Yeah.
Jodeci.
Okay.
Jodeci. Like Die of a Madman alone. Like that shit, man.
I like that album.
My dick was inserted heavy in the pussy back listening to that shit. So
Oh shit.
you gotta put that, man. I fucked with that. I fucked TP2.
Right. Oh, love that. Love
Uh,
that. What was that 2000?
yeah, TP2 got my favorite R. Kelly album.
We gotta do that R. Kelly discography.
Oh yeah, that's a must.
Yes.
As I said,
Definitely.
like after Mike and Prince and Mike,
Yes.
it's him for me.
Yes.
I know he has a small discography. Then it's D'Angelo for me.
Uh-huh. For
Big
real. Definitely, man. Even like his recent albums, like in the past couple of years, like they were good too, in my opinion. You
Triple
know,
Kells.
the Black Panties album and the Untitled album, like he had some bangers on it.
Word.
Like, they wasn't classics like his earliest '90s stuff, but he had some. He still got bangers. Like R. Kelly still got good music, left in him.
Facts.
The Love Letter album was good. You know,
They need to check those out.
yeah, man. They people slept on them.
I love TP3 Reloaded. That's my shit.
Chocolate Factory,
Slow
Love and Death.
grind.
Yes,
You
you know
got for me.
that's
Fire.
probably like his last classics right there.
I agree.
You know, the
Hell
Love
yeah.
Letter album. The Love Letter album is like that's like vintage ballad R. Kelly, because there's a lot of ballads on that album. You know what I'm saying? It's not too many like up tempo stuff, but that's like his last like vintage album, I would say.
Yeah, check
You
that
know?
out.
Yeah. But like Black Panties was like a real nasty album. That's R. Kelly. We know what to expect with R. Kelly when it comes to that.
Oh yeah.
And even the last one, the I forgot the name of that shit, with the one with Backyard Party on it. That had some, but he got music left in him, man. I still believe he have a classic left in him. You know,
Hell yeah.
definitely, like that's a legend right there.
Facts. Super
They-
facts.
I would hate to see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induct him after, like, if he should like pass away. Like, don't wait till he passed away to induct him,
That's
because
bullshit.
because of whatever that he's done. Like induct him now while he's still alive.
I hate the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Bunch
Yeah.
of bullshit they be
Like, like,
doing.
like how long we gotta wait to get Aaliyah in there? You know what I'm saying? He should be in there
How long
already.
you got to be around? 20 years? I'm pretty sure 25
25,
years, something
25
like
years. 25
that. Yeah.
years. But it's already 25 years for her.
Oh, yeah, Chum Bilal. I
Yeah,
love Bilal.
yes.
Definitely.
Underrated artist. I think yesterday was his birthday.
Oh, what?
Yeah, yeah. Bilal, underrated artist.
Definitely.
Underrated.
Brandon says Usher My Way album is a classic too. Yes.
Class. I agree. 10 tracks, all solid. Everyone could have been every track could have been a hit. That's the first one. That's the first Usher album I bought.
Same here. I didn't know about him when he was a fucking
Yeah, Think of
fucking
You.
with Puffy and shit. Yeah, I
Right,
didn't know about that shit. And my
yeah,
cousin Tanisha
right.
from Chattanooga, Tennessee, she said that she went to school with Usher. I don't know how true that is,
Okay.
but she said that.
Right. Maybe she's telling the truth.
Yeah. She don't seem like she ain't a bullshitter to me. No, she's a dope cousin. She ain't whack.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that
probably.
Marvel classic, man. I remember when that came out, like the buzz for that. Even the stuff with his single, like "You Make Me Want It," was like grown up Usher. He was like his voice had changed. He was maturing, and he came out with like a real, seductive song, and you know what I mean. Like the buzz for that album was crazy.
No, yeah. It was,
Like,
man.
yeah,
What about Music Soul Child? Darren says, of course.
yeah. I love his first two albums.
Now I'm feeling half crazy. That shit.
Love that album. Love that album. I play that album every day, man. I gotta like get the physical copy for that.
Love that.
Yeah, he's underrated too.
Oh yeah, Chance's Faith Evans self-titled album. Yes.
Yes, classic, classic. I
Love
had
that.
the set back in the day. Yeah.
Classic.
The duet she did with Mary J. Love Don't Live Here
Yeah.
Anymore. Love that, man. Give it to me, and as soon as I come home, classic album, man. Like Faith can sing, man. She's still a great singer.
I agree. I love Faith.
But that's the Faith I want to hear. I feel like now she's just trying to capitalize off of Biggie's memory.
Which is a fucking shame.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Maya had some dope shit. I'm not real big Maya fan.
I never listened to my. I always liked how she looked. You know what I'm saying? But I never
Oh,
like.
fine.
Yeah, I never like cared for like her albums. I like her songs. You know.
Shit.
Yeah.
You got any questions? Yeah, I love Total, Michael C. Yeah, I love
Great.
Total.
The first album they had, man. The total was. I think they were underrated on Bad Boy. I don't feel like Puffy promoted them more than that he could have promoted them more than he did. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Carl Thomas is dope too, man.
singer, man.
Yeah, kid.
Great.
Yeah, I love Carl Thomas.
That first album, Emotional, great album.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's an unsung hero on Bad Boy.
Dope
Or was, I
question.
should say.
It's my teenage years right here, man.
Yeah.
KD said it's Cal 2000 or Extinction Level Event.
I gotta go with Buster. Definitely.
I gotta go Buster too, and I love Method Man.
Yes.
You know,
Yes. My only issue with Tecal 2000 was the skits, and I felt like like 27, 28 tracks. It should have been a double CD. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But that was still like a solid album for Meth.
I love the songs. The songs are crazy solid.
Yes,
You
Dangerous
know,
Ground.
yeah, Dennis Brown is that fucking beat.
Yes,
Oh my god.
that was actually one of the first songs they were playing on the radio from that album. That's why I thought it was gonna be a single, but there's no video for it. But that was actually like one of the first songs I heard from that album.
Word.
Hold up. Yeah,
What that shit.
love that album, man.
I
But
gotta go with Extinction Level Event though. That shit's crazy.
Buster was went bananas on that album.
Hell yeah.
If you think When Disaster Strikes was classic, like Extinction Level Event took it to another level. You know what I'm saying?
Sure did.
Like he kept getting better and better with each album.
Yeah, he did. I Anarchy's great too. You know.
Yeah. Anarchy was so slept on too. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
He got banked on that album also.
Facts. Chant says, "What are your thoughts on Genuine's first two albums, The Bachelor and 100% Genuine?
Love
Love
it.
them, love them.
The Pony album with Pony and when I when was it? When I get lonely, when
You
you get
know,
lonely,
yeah,
only yeah. And even the Pony remix was dope.
Pony is fire,
Yeah. Yes,
absolute banger.
definitely.
He has some fantastic songs, man. And 100% Genuine is one of my favorite albums of all time. Period.
Yes. Did he do? He did over When Doves Cry.
He did, yeah, yeah. I thought not much of it,
Yeah.
but I love Genuine, man. Like, so anxious. Oh man, that's good.
Even the video,
Yes,
love it. That was the
that's a
first
good.
one I bought because I just based off of that song, I was like, yo, I got to get this album, man. I'm loving what I'm hearing from the album.
Oh yes,
You know.
ain't none of your friends' business. That's my
Yes.
shit.
Love that joint.
Relate to that shit.
You got a joint with a Leo on there. The final what's it? Final.
Oh,
Got the name of that shit.
that shit is fire.
Yeah. Like a phone call between them.
Yeah, sexy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, man.
Love that.
Yes. Yeah, we gotta do something about that, man.
Oh yeah, we the whole fucking album.
I feel like Genuine is one of those artists that don't get mentioned. He's a great singer and he could dance his ass off too.
You can, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like the people don't mention him.
No, they don't, man. It's sad because one of the greatest songs of all time off his 2001
Yes.
album, The Senior. No, not The Senior.
Yes.
Saying that fucking album from 2001.
Um, the was it the Junior or some shit like that it was called?
Life, life.
The
I
the life
forgot.
the life. I think so the
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
The life.
love that joke.
He had the life in the senior or some shit.
Differences. Oh my
Yeah.
god, like
Love that song.
that. The way I felt about Melissa around that time was every single word that he said.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. So I dedicated that to her, man. And that's a fantastic
Yes.
song.
Definitely. That's the best song on there to me.
It is.
Yeah.
Love that.
hmm
Darren says Banks hung up for more or Drew Santana with the games we're missing.
Banks. Hunger for more.
I gotta go with Wells, man.
Yeah, that was
and
a
I
good
love
album. Yeah,
People hate on that. I love that.
right.
Kennedy said Cameron Shanghai or Nori Mathematics. I'm going Nori.
Yeah, Nori.
Oh, that first time, that shit's fire. Swiss said, I want to hear the new Busta album. Westside Gun was hyping it up, so it got to be good.
Huh?
I hope it is.
I hope. I don't. You know, when you nowadays when they hype up an album, it don't live up to the hype.
No. Rhapsody said it was great. Ninth Wonder's going crazy over. Just Blaze said he cried.
Oh Lord.
Westside Gun said it's incredible. I want to hear it.
But all these people that's listening to the album in advance, are they a part of the album? Like is Ninth Wonder on the album and Rhapsody?
More than likely.
What's blazing them? Or are they a part of the album?
I have no idea. You know what's sad? We don't know nothing about this album.
Nothing. I heard nothing. I know you've been planning it for a couple years.
Yeah, it's called ELE 2, so
That's all I know about it.
coming out this year, though.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, so that would be like towards the holidays. We could expect that.
I don't know. I hope.
You know, fall or winter.
Keg, you got a great one.
Mm.
Corrupt, we can freak it on the east side is heat up.
East side is.
Oh man, I don't know.
Mike, you remember that freestyle 50 did to that song, the G Up freestyle?
Hell yeah, it's on God's plan.
That shit was crazy, yo. He killed that.
Niggas ain't got shit on me. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's fire.
Oh yeah.
I gotta go. We can freak it by a small cunt head. The We Can Freak It is so good.
Magic saying.
Yeah, man. I don't like the rest of Corruption, like I said. But
Yeah.
We Can Freak It is incredible.
Right.
What are your thoughts on G-Rap's verses on the Muggs album? G-Rap will always be top 5.
Definitely dope.
He slaughtered that shit.
Yeah. I like the album he did with 38 Special. I love that even more.
Son of G-Rap?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He
fire.
I was disappointed he wasn't on all the songs, but the songs he was on, he killed them. Like that Primo track, he killed that shit.
Oh yeah.
You know.
What are your thoughts on? Oh yeah, we read that. That Pete Rock snippet on Everybody Is Food is dope. Yes. Conway don't have those CDs pressed up.
Oh Lord.
So it says August 20th, and that's bullshit. That's pathetic.
It's past the deadline, yo.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm a Die Hard Zelda fan, but I don't suck dick.
Right.
I tell it like it is.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, We Can Freak It, man. Great shit.
Yeah.
I want to get those first 2 East Siders albums too.
Yeah, I don't got those albums. I gotta get those.
Swiss said he went on a rant, and he's always going on rants, whining and shit.
Who you talking about?
Conway.
Oh, Conway's ranting?
Yeah, I don't blame him because I bet niggas just be blowing up his fucking inbox. Well, it's his fault. He don't ship the shit.
Right, exactly. That's his fault.
Yeah.
You can't blame your fans for that.
And you know me, Chris. I fucking swear like all this.
Right.
But I want to keep it a buck.
Yeah, exactly.
Favorite Pusha T verse? Too many, Darren.
but hold on. But I thought you told me that right when you was about to put out the claim, like they shipped it to you.
Oh, they did. Yeah, the more steroids and the black tape. Yeah.
Okay.
Talking about Everybody Is Food.
Right. Oh, okay. So he hasn't shipped that to nobody yet.
No, not a soul. I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't press yet. I don't think.
Crazy.
Stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
Daz Dillinger in California or Dub C's just clowning? I gotta go with Daz Dillinger in California.
Oh,
that shit's crazy.
That's banging. That's from the Retaliation album.
Yes, I love that.
His best album.
Oh, hands down. I didn't hear all of them, and I can say that.
Right.
Rough Rider Volume 1 or Volume 2, the Ride or Die joints.
Volume 1 definitely way better.
Crazy, bro.
Volume 2 got some joints, but it wasn't all around better than Volume 1. That Swiss Beats track with Busta is cringy. Like I don't like to hear Swiss Beats rhyme.
Oh yeah, but it's
I love the
Buster killed
beat.
it.
Yeah, Busta killed it, and I love the beat. But that should have been for Busta's album instead.
Should have, yo.
Yeah, but it has some joints like the two tears in the bucket with Red and Meth and Chic. That was
Yeah,
banging. World War III. I still think that World War III collab is it's an odd pairing to have like Scarface with Jada, and you know what I mean?
but it works though.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, at the time it was odd for me. I'm like Scarface and Jada, and then you have Snoop on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is odd. It is.
Yeah, but it's banging. And the locks joint, the go ahead joint.
Go ahead. That shit's fine.
Yo, you know what I mean? But
I'm gonna
all
bump
around,
that shit tonight.
yeah, but all around, like Volume 1 had heat, man. You had Mace, you had Pun on there with Sheik, you had Beans, you had Jada with his solo joint. DMX killed it, Eve killed it.
With my
You know,
niggas with the big dick.
yeah, that Eve shit was like #1 on TRL, yo. Like that shit beat out Britney Spears back then.
What y'all niggas want?
I mean,
It's fine.
that shit was #1 for a couple of weeks on TRL, yo.
Word.
People forget that. Like she was beating out Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and shit, Limp Bizkit, you know what I mean?
Imagine Eve like that time frame sucking your dick. Those fucking lips. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
with the blunt cut and shit.
Yes.
It was hot.
Fine as hell.
Dragon killed it with Down Bottom. That shit was banging, man.
Him and Juvie.
Yes. Killed it. You know.
Shines the hit of Black Rob's Jasmine.
Huh? I didn't hear what you said.
Shines the hit of Black Rob Jasmine.
I like the Shine joint. I don't even
Hell
remember
yeah.
that Jasmine joint.
Oh, it's fire. It's a dope storytelling track.
Yeah, I gotta hear that again. Yeah,
I want to bump that Rough Riders Volume 2 today, man.
yeah. It's been a minute since I bumped it up too. I haven't played it in a long time.
Oh, yeah, I played it a long time.
Yeah.
John McCain died. Is that old news?
John McCain?
Senator John McCain dies at 81. Is that new?
That's today?
Yeah, I
I
said
didn't,
out
I didn't
loud.
hear that.
Yeah,
Really? That,
CNN's
that
on.
must have been that must have been
Yeah.
oh wow. Yeah, yeah, that's true. They have it on CNN. He passed away. Wow.
Damn.
Well, I didn't vote for McCain anyway, so I voted for
Yeah, I
Obama that
never.
year.
Yeah, same here. Well, I didn't vote,
2008.
but I wanted a nigga to win.
2008. That's the only time I ever voted. I never voted for Al Gore or Clinton. I voted for a black president.
Jigga my nigga or Memphis Bleak is
Jigga my nigga.
definitely. The Memphis Bleak is. That shit's fire.
Well, that Swiss did that, right?
Yeah, switch to that. Yeah.
That beat is nasty.
I want to do a Memphis Bleak appreciation episode.
Definitely, definitely. He's another unsung. I think he's the unsung of the rock.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because people shit on him like they look at him now like he was a hype man. He wasn't no damn hype man for Jay.
Screw Gooden. I pitch in the
I mean,
PJs.
Bleak got some bangers, man. He wasn't no hype man for Jay. That he grew up in Jay's in the same building as Jay, so it was like that's his homeboy.
Yeah, KD rep Bleak. I know that.
Yeah, definitely could do that shit. And I haven't listened to all the Bleak stuff. I would definitely would go back and listen to his early stuff.
Making easy money, pimping hoes in style.
Yeah,
I'm a big Bleak fan.
yeah. And
Take
that's
a
that's
pic.
weird because
Get. Go ahead.
that that's weird because when I used to promote for Rockefeller, we never promoted nothing for Bleak. Like it was always for State Property and Dipset and for Jay. We never and for Freeway. We never did nothing we never promoted no projects for Bleak.
Yeah, man.
Kinda like looking back on it, I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like he never like, and I know he had stuff out during those early 2000s.
I got to revisit 534, man.
Like that was
Definitely got to
a
revisit.
very decent album. He had some bangers from Ninth Wonder on there. You know, he had a joint from Swizz on there. Yeah, that was a decent album. People stuck on that album.
I thought Bleak was dead nice on the mic. I always thought that.
Yeah, especially when he was in like when he did shit with Beans or Jay, he was on his game.
Oh yes,
You fucking with
True
when
Love.
Beans was nasty and Jay was nasty. It's like you have to bring your A game when you on the same track with them.
I wish Jay Z had a verse on this track, but True Love, the Belly
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Yes,
Oh
yes,
man, what did Bleak say?
killed it.
I smoke weed now. I don't give a fuck. That shit was hard, man.
Jay was on the chorus.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
make you slide like little dicks and wet pussies.
The OG pressings of Hard Knock Life Volume 2 came with a bonus disc, and it had the Crew Love track on there. It had a freestyle from Beans. There was like a little skit called Things We Say, and it was Jay. It was like I don't know what it sounded like like when you're in the lunchroom and you banging on tables in school, and they were like
Yeah,
freestyle, like some type of skit like that. Yeah, they had a bonus disc that came with the album. That was like that's the original OG person of Hard Knock Life Volume 2.
that's dope. I never heard about that because I go up with a tape.
Yeah. There was a bonus disc that. Well, I don't know if it was limited edition, but I remember like when I bought the album, there was a bonus disc that came with it.
I used to watch backstage a lot too, man.
Yeah, yeah. There was a track that Rel had a track. Remember Rel, the R&B singer that they had?
Yeah, the nigga braids.
Yeah, yeah. Rel had a track on there too. He had I forgot the name of that track that was on that bonus disc, but yeah, he had a track on there also. And he's another one that never came out.
Yep, never came out yet.
I don't know.
He was in state property. He's that nigga butter.
Right. But he never came out with no full album.
There's a double XO magazine now. My nigga Ray used to bring the study hall.
Yeah,
We go to study hall and just chilling there. There's no teachers in there. Nothing, my nigga.
right.
We chill for that shit.
Crazy.
And it was like Beanie Siegel and Jay on the cover.
Yeah.
2001, that shit was fire.
Yes.
I'm gonna post that on IG later. I'm gonna post that.
No doubt.
Swizz asked you, Trap Brother, did you ever meet Jay?
Never met them. Never met them. I only promoted for the label. I never. The only one I met was Joe Budden. I met like when we promoted for Joe Budden's first album, the one with Pump It Up. I met Joe
Joe
Budden.
Budden was a dickhead to me. I tell you my story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he was a dick to me, man.
Was he? You met him?
No, like I used to call Hot 97 in, like the Boston Hot 97. He was there.
Uh huh.
I spoke to Capone. It's like '05. I spoke to Capone and Remy.
Right.
They were nice as fuck.
Okay.
I spoke to Joey, and he was just like, "Yeah, what up," or something like that. I was like, "Fuck you, then."
Oh wow.
Yeah, but was he
Well, I mean,
was he cool to you?
he's still. Huh?
Yeah, was he cool to you or?
Yeah, he was cool with me. But that was what year did Pump It Up come out? I forgot that. Was it
Oh,
03?
oh, 03, yeah.
Yeah. We met in the city in Times Square, and yeah, he was cool. Like the street team had a little gathering. That's the only time I ever like was around other street team members like in like at a gathering and shit like that, and he was cool. You know what I'm saying? And we promoted his album, and they never gave me a copy of the album for whatever reason, but they gave me the single. They gave me the single for Pump It Up. But I never got the
Yeah,
album. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like Rockefeller, I never met none of them from Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? I only promoted whatever projects that they assigned to us. That's what we did. We never did nothing for Beat. We never did nothing for Beans except for the state property stuff. And that was like everything else was mostly for Dipset, for Freeway, for state property, and for Jay. We never did nothing else for the other artists on there.
that's
You
crazy.
know, I promote even when I'm trying to remember. Did Noriega sign to Rock? Was that before God's Favorite or after?
That was after.
Okay, yeah, because I promoted for Nori's God's Favorite album also. But I was trying to remember, was that before or after he signed to the Rock?
That was after. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I never. Only Joe. Joe was the only one that I met from Def Jam.
Oh shit! Sean says, "Give it to that China. It's dark and hell is hot." Oh man.
Ooh. Oh man, I don't know because both of those albums, like the buzz was heavy for both. So damn man, that's like that's a tie right there. That's a tie,
I
man.
that. Oh
I don't that would you know that would make a great um battle of the beats or like battle of the LPs episode.
yeah. And I did a lot on my channel, so we'll do it together.
Yes,
You know.
definitely. Man. 'Cause, like I love both of those albums, man, and both of those albums you could say like made their careers.
Oh, of course, definitely.
Yeah, especially like for me, especially like DMX, like not knowing nothing about him. Like I knew about 50 already, but not knowing nothing about X and just taking the chance and getting his album, and I didn't know shit about him, and I was like, and I went off of like word of mouth at the time about it, and I'm like, I wasn't disappointed at all, man. Like I'm happy I did get that album. I mean, can you imagine if I bought John Forte's album over DMX first album?
Oh
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Like
Yeah.
yo, what's wrong with you? How you get John? Like, no, John Forte was dope to me, but like, like to get his album over DMX album, like that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that would definitely be a great episode.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, definitely. We should do that this week.
Doc and those hot versus give it to that trying. You hear our answer then.
Yes, love those albums, man. I actually gotta get Rich or Die Trying again because my homeboy had bought that for me for I think it was Christmas, but it was
Yeah.
like edited version.
Edited?
Yeah, it was edited. I don't think he knew it was edited. You know what I mean? But I definitely got to get like the unedited version. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not giving that copy away to my other homeboy. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get like the real version.
Adore that album, yo.
Definitely. You know.
Okay. I know we did answer some more. I got some more to answer over here.
I gotta write that
Um. Oh yeah.
in case I don't want to forget all these future shit we got coming up.
You got
You
shit
know.
in the cannon, man.
Yes.
Crooklyn Dodgers Volume One or Volume Two.
Volume one.
I love two. Two's more harder, but Volume One is way. I don't think it's better than that. I love Volume One. I gotta
Back
go with.
back back when I had cornrows and I was just starting to try like Philly blunts for the first time in high school, and I
Oh
always
hell yeah.
loved that song, man. That with Special Ed killed it and Buckshot, and that was bring back memories.
We need to reminisce, drive. We need to smoke together one day, man. You're only 4 hours away from me.
For real,
Big Mike got that fire, son.
yeah, man. Definitely, I
You
know you do, man.
know? Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
uh, Jay Z, Money, Cash, Hoes, or DMX, Get At Me, dog. That's tough.
Mm. Which version of Money Cash Shows? The remix or the original?
He said the original, so
Okay, yeah, that beat is crazy, man. Like Swizz killed that shit.
but he did. He did.
That Me Dog was crazy too, man. Like that's how I found out about X. I didn't know shit about X until I heard Get At Me Dog.
I heard him on Mike Geronimo, The Natural, but you're like 10 years old. You don't remember that shit.
Natural?
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
I see. I remember listening to the album, but I don't remember DMX on it.
same. He's on Time to Build
Okay.
with Ja Rule and Jay Z. but I don't clearly remember him until I seen the Get At Me Dog.
Right.
Or I might have seen Money, Power, Respect first. I can't remember.
Right. Yeah.
BG, Cash Money is an Army, or Juveniles Follow Me Now. BG, Cash Money is an Army. Capital Punishment, the Marshall Mathers LP.
Ooh. Damn, yo. I gotta say Capital Punishment because like that
Same.
was, you know, Pun's Opus album. You know, I feel like Eminem. I don't feel like Eminem have just one classic. I feel like he has more than one. So I mean, I don't know how people feel about the Slim Shady LP or Eminem Show,
A little.
but I feel like those are like that's like his best work. Like those three albums. You know. Yeah, man.
I'm about to call it a night on this shit.
Yeah.
But Chris, give me 5 minutes to get time. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Just gonna rap to you right quick.
All right.
All right, y'all. Thanks for coming
Yeah,
out. Thank you, Try, for this amazing idea.
thanks, man. No doubt.
I appreciate it. So we see y'all on the flip side. Have a
Peace.
good one, y'all. Peace.
Peace.